junior forward number 13, Mia Owens.
High school soccer girls playoff edition, the game of the week. Jeff Porsche out there with Coach Swack, and you see the beautiful sunset out in the distance, and it's Barbe, the Lady Bucks, taking on the Santa Maria Lady Gators, 23 versus 10. Santa Maria home team tonight, and we will give you all the action in just a few minutes as they're introducing the starting lineups on both sides. But we'll take a break right now, and we'll be back in a moment. You're watching the ETEL Game of the Week.
0% financing for 72 months on select 2020 and 2021 models at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. If you're ready for a new Buick or GMC, let's get started. 0% financing for 72 months on select new models at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. 0% financing for 72 months. RossDowningHammond.com. RossDowningGonzales.com.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score, because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never, ever frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Dr. Brian Hollis is Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Dr. Hollis has an excellent reputation for bringing state-of-the-art technology and the highest standard of patient care to Ascension. He attended LSU Dental School, and he completed a residency to become a board-certified specialist in orthodontics. An avid supporter in our community, Dr. Hollis is married to Celeste Pyron Hollis, and they have 4 children. Dr. Hollis, Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Grow up smiling with Hollis Orthodontics.
The Tata Law Firm has been fighting for our clients to get their best recovery for over 20 years. And now that tradition will continue to the next generation.
Hi, I'm Rick Tata, the newest member of the Tata Law Firm.
We understand that it can be frustrating dealing with your claim.
So we're here to help you get what you deserve. If you're seriously injured in an accident, call the Tata Law Firm today.
We're not just a face on an ad.
Call 756-0007 when you're injured. You gotta call Tata.
Hi, we are live with the PPTV network, where one of the top athletes is about to make his important decision. We know his character, and nothing will hold him back.
I'm glad to have my family and friends here for this choice. It's more than my career. It will affect the rest of my life. I choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
The decision is in. Why choose Peak?
Their reputation and their record of success is unmatched.
When it matters most, another patient chooses Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
Piku Builder Supply, your one-stop lumberyard, provides an extensive selection of quality building supplies for your new construction and remodeling. We offer computer-aided estimating of your building and remodeling plans, as well as blueprint copies. From humble beginnings to becoming the industry leader in Gonzales and beyond, Piku proudly supports our local community because we believe in giving back to those who have had a hand in our success. Let the experts at Piku Builder Supply help you with your new project today.
You care about your car. So do we. Donaldsonville Glass and Body has been around for over 40 years, providing unparalleled collision repairs and customer service, especially when you and your car are having the worst day ever. When you demand exceptional workmanship, call Donaldsonville Glass and Body. Free pickup for your collision repairs and get it back as good as new. It's your choice, so why not choose the best? Donaldsonville Glass and Body.
High school soccer girls edition game of the week. Our first look at the Santa Maria Lady Gators, the 10 seed in the first round of the LHSAA Division I playoffs. They're going to be taking on the 23 seed Barbe Lady Bucks out of Lake Charles. So, Coach Swack, what are we looking for tonight?
Well, it's the playoffs, so basically it's a single elimination tournament. You play a lot of tournaments, a lot of pool play throughout the years, and who's going to win tonight and move on to the second round, the by-district round. So that's going to be the interesting thing there. Right off the bat, Santa Maria recognized Rachel Centini making composite academic All-State. That's pretty impressive. Out of every female soccer player in the state of Louisiana, she is one of the totally outstanding academic kids on the female side. That's for all classifications. Rachel Centini.
Yes, let's take a look at the Santa Maria starters as we wait for them to come out and get ready for the start of this game. So for Santa Maria, the starters, Kayla Murillo, number 3, Rachel Cretini, the girl you were just mentioning, number 5, a senior, Kelsey Bourgeois and Sadie Bourgeois, 6 and 7. Then you have Nia Bridgewater. We're going to be looking for her to be very electric here tonight. Then you have Alina Kravatsky at 14, Bryn Weathers, number 15, 21, Nina Tomplay, Sarah Arsenault, number 25, number 34, Amber Merchant, and then the goalie, number 26, Kaylee Sheets. We'll get to Barb in just a few minutes, but looks like we're ready to begin here tonight. As you see at center there, you see Nia Bridgewater, number 8, ready to begin things.
Bridgewater has it. She's the big scorekeeper, goalie or goal person for the Lady Gators. 20-plus goals on the year.
Right, 24 goals. And Santa Maria starts, and they're going to try the left side. And so
Santa Maria in the black jerseys.
Yes.
Barbe in the white.
With the blue numbers, and they have control right now with number 13, Livergood. And the goalie will take it. That sheet says she comes to the edge of the box there and clears it. So now Santa Maria will try to take over, and here we see Sadie Bourgeois, number 7, on the left side, challenged, and it goes out off of a Barbe defender.
Well, Santa Maria will have a throw-in from the left side.
So the throw-in coming from Bryn Weathers, and she'll get it to Kelsey Bourgeois.
Not real sure on the relationship there. Bourgeois, they probably related somewhere down the line.
Exactly. Amber Merchant with the errant pass right, and so Barbe will come in with the throw-in. And Coach Swack, you want to take care of the Lady Bucks starters?
All right, let's go number 1, Abby Craven. She's the goalkeeper. LeBeau, she is a defender. Number 4, number 5, Claire Domite. Number 6, Maya Gaskin. Number 9, Bailey Wimberly. Number 10, Allie Henderson. And number 21, London Livergood. Number 13, Maya Owens. Number 15, Sarah Curry. Number 18, Jenny Bowe. And number 18, Gracie Self.
Thank you very much, Coach. And the Santa Maria setting up, and you see Merchant on the right side, and she'll take it over, and the pass over to 14, Kravatsky. Now they'll center it with Murillo over to Bourgeois and Steele, but Murillo is able to get it back. And now on the right side, you see Merchant. Tries to center, stolen by Barbe.
Boy, it looks like Barbe defensively is sagging everybody back towards that goal, trying to protect for Bridgewater mainly getting through. And that pass just slipped by Bridgewater on the outside.
And Barbe is a very young team, and they struggle to make the playoffs. They are 8-6-2 on the season, but they are on a 3-game winning streak.
And the Lady Gators are 13-5 and 2 because of pool play and tournaments. You see ties from time to time in girls and boys soccer.
And Bourgeois is centered, and it's taken away and cleared, and now Barbe will have possession and the pass over to the right side. Nice pass to 12. That's Livergood.
Little give and go. Nice steal on the outside.
Right. That's
22.
Yes, number 22, and let's see. Let's get a name there. 22, Camille Sheets, center back for Santa Maria. Now the throw in coming from Mia Gaskin from Barbe. Barbe's got a really young team as they start 3 freshmen. Don't have a lot of seniors as well. Santa Maria has several seniors, 4 seniors in the starting lineup here tonight.
And it's not uncommon to see in varsity girls sports younger females. Females just seem to be able to handle it athletically, kind of develop a lot better as an athlete as a young
right.
A younger girl, and so
it's not unusual, as you
no.
said. And on the boys' side, it's often unusual to see a freshman starting, just athletically because of the size and all of that. But it's not unusual on the girls' side, as you see Bourgeois centered, and they pass it back to Cretini. So Cretini trying the right side, gets it over to Merchant, and they'll try to center it over to Bridgewater, and just misses, and we'll have a corner kick as it's taken out by Barbe. So an opportunity here, first corner kick of the night. They were trying to get it to Nia Bridgewater, and as you talked about, Swag, she's the big scorer. 24, the next highest scorer is Sadie Bourgeois with 14 and Rachel Cretini with 13.
And when you score 24 goals and you are a 10th grader, that's pretty impressive. Interesting how they line up right here, and now they're breaking towards the goal.
And centered and goes back and out. And so goalie will take it from there. And so an opportunity missed by the Lady Gators. But we are only about 5 minutes into this game. Clock going backwards, it usually goes forwards, but over here on the Santa Maria side, we see 35 minutes left to go, so we're at the 5-minute mark.
I think that moving that clock one way or the other just is trying to confuse us here, big man.
I know we've done a lot of games out of Griffin Field this year. This is kind of how the scheduling wound up, and this is our first game out here at the pit. So this is our first experience with the clock going down.
I'd like to say our brother Lyle Boudreau has stacked up a bunch of notes, compliments of Coach Jolie Hartman of the Lady Gators, and sent Lyle a number of things, and we had to add one thing that Jolie didn't want to put down there when she was a senior in high school, also homecoming queen.
Oh, absolutely. So there you go. And it has been said. You can't get anything past the old Santa Maria coach over here, Coach Swack. So we're ready and for some more action here, and here comes the Lady Gators setting up, and they get it to Bourgeois, center, nobody home, and Barbe will clear.
You know, it seems like this is, I think, our 4th soccer game,
Yes.
Jeff. Same thing happens on the start of every one of the soccer games. It's like they're feeling each other out,
right?
Just to kind of see what we can do. And there's just a lot of run a little bit down here and run a little bit down there. And then all of a sudden, I think when fatigue starts setting in slightly, you start seeing some of your named players making some plays.
Try to center it down to Bourgeois, unsuccessful. But
Bourgeois in the middle.
The other Bourgeois. And back Bourgeois and Bourgeois. Sounds like a law firm. And the kick wide. And the goalie will take over. And the two teams, when you look at them, they're coaches. And you talked about Jolie Hartman, and she's been here for a long time, and she's been very successful. The Barbe head coach, Todd Hoffpower. And so you're going to talk, both of us going to talk about Coach Hartman a little bit later from all these years here at Santa Maria and your experiences with her as well, I'm sure.
Yes. So here we go, goalkeeper kick. Here we go, Barbe. You know, you see they lost I think that was last year's playoffs right
Central
there. They
Lafourche.
lost to Central Lafourche in the regional round as a 23 seed, and Santa Maria lost to Bird last year as a 11 seed in the regional round.
And they moved up a little bit. They're the 10 seed, and they're going to be paired up with the 7-26 game in the second round as they get it to Bridgewater, but no shot at this point as Bourgeois has it centered, and they're going to try to get it down to Bourgeois. Bridgewater has it, though, but 3 defenders very quickly. But now here's a chance from Kravotsky, but nothing doing. And here come the Lady Bucks. Oh, nice block. And will they be able to get to it? No, they don't. And so Murillo will set up again for the Lady Gators. Most of the action here on the Santa Maria side of the field. Only about 20, 30 seconds of action on the Barbe side here so far. Dominated so far by Santa Maria, but no goals yet. Still no score as we're about 9 minutes into the first half. They play 40 minutes.
Well, we got a little breakaway right here.
Absolutely. This is Mia Owens. But 22 able to get to it and prevent any damage. 22, Camille Sheets. And so here we go.
Good job of getting it down the field, down the left sideline.
And Bourgeois trying to center. Nobody there, but the steal. And now Santa Maria will set up, and I believe this Sheets once again. Barbe pretty much content staying home right now and trying to put as many defenders out there to keep Santa Maria from scoring early.
I love the organized soccer, Jeff.
Yes.
You know, very nice passes. Both teams are doing an outstanding job of, feeding the open athlete, the female that seems to have the right spot. Doesn't always work out that way, but it's just amazing the athletic ability of passing it from one female to the other, and they do it with a lot of accuracies, both teams.
Yes, there's definitely a pattern to this, and it's not just haphazardly kicking the ball like you used to back in our days when soccer was just being introduced to the United States, and it was pretty much haphazard. There's a definite strategy to this out here right now. And you see on the right side, that's Merchant trying to get it down, but they will get a throw in. And so Merchant will get the ball, and she'll throw it in very quickly. Get it down to Bridgewater.
And Bridgewater just hasn't had her foot on the ball.
And they're trying to set up the left side, and they've got Bourgeois, but it's knocked away by 13, Mia Owens.
Well, Weathers on the throw-in.
So you see Cretini, number 5, and she'll get it over to Arsenault. Now Merchant on the right side, back to Arsenault. Now over to Kravotsky, but the steal from the Lady Bucks. And Santa Maria will set up at midfield again.
The defenders are getting involved on the offensive action.
About 11 minutes into this first half, no score between Barbe and Santa Maria, as now Bourgeois has it, gets it over to Kravotsky. But it's taken away. Good job by the Barbe defenders. And Arsenault with a nice move. Good footwork.
Arsenault, nice little, like the Z-cut for a running back right there. Look right and go left.
Yeah, and that prevented a possible run there from the Lady Bucks. As they're trying to get it over to Weathers, but they cannot. Looked like nearly a handball there. But Arsenault will take it. 12 minutes in, no score. And there's Kravotsky getting it down to Arsenault, and to Bourgeois. They tried to get it, and now a shot on goal, and a nice stop by the goalkeeper, Abby Craven. So you see the nice shot on goal there. I believe that was Kravotsky. They were trying to get it over to Bridgewater, but she got it out to Kravotsky, and the shot stopped by the goalkeeper, and now Barbe will get to throw it in. So Barbe doing a good job on defense here, is not giving up any goals. And
I think Gaskin on the throw-in.
Play very tight in the box right now.
Number 10, Maddie Parker. On for
and
the
you can see one of their strategies is keep Bridgewater from getting a shot on goal. Every time she gets near the top of the box there's 2 or 3 defenders on her nonstop.
Nice steal by Bourgeois there.
Yes, Kravotsky now has it. Trying to get it over to Bridgewater. And a little kick over to Kravotsky, stolen. And Barbe will clear.
This is the one thing Sandoval has to avoid, that long kick and by Barbe that's clearing the defenders, and an athlete down there like number 13, Maya Owens, running down there and being able to make a play one-on-one against the goalkeeper.
Right. Not very aggressive, just sitting there playing defense, keeping Barbe away from the goalkeeper, trying to keep those long strikes on goal, but nothing up close and nothing deadly from Bridgewater, Kravoski, or Bourgeois. And now you see Bourgeois, number 7, trying to get it down and a little back foot kick. But challenge, and Barbe still has it. See number 20 right there for the Lady Bucks, Lauren Garner. Now you have Cretini at center and gets it back over to number 10, Parker. Now Kravoski fighting and double teamed and nothing doing there. And now Cretini will take her chance and nearly gets through.
No, Sandoval on the throw-in.
15 minutes approximately, no score. First round of the LHSAA playoffs, and the long shot from Madison Parker, and the goalie Craven takes it very easily. There's Parker again with the header.
Craven with a first time in this game with a punt from the goalkeeper spot.
And the pass is wide, trying to get it over to 20 Garner, and Sandoval with the throw-in from Bryn Weathers. Now here's Parker again, trying to get it down to Bridgewater. She loses control, gets it back. And now Cretini, and there's Bourgeois down low, and she's got a shot, and it's knocked away. But a corner kick, coming. Mallory
LeBleu
with
nice job.
Yes.
And a nice kick, because it was going in that little no man's land right there on the edge of that vertical goal post there.
And now they set it up. Oh, and just wide. Looked like they were trying to get a header over to Bridgewater down low, but were unsuccessful. So now I believe we're going to get a corner kick from the other side. So we're setting up, and I believe this is going to be number 6, and that is Kelsey Bourgeois. And a header over wide, and a shot on goal, and it's knocked away. That looked like nearly a handball. Weathers with the shot, knocked away by Lauren Garner.
Nice little shot by Bryn Weathers right there, and this is what the Lady Gators want. They need to get it a little closer in, have some better tries, a little shorter tries on goal.
Cretini with the corner kick, and it nearly cleared by Kravoski, but it goes out of bounds. And so another bullet dodged by the Barbe Lady Bucks. As long as they can keep it scoreless, they're going to be in this thing. They're the 23 seed. And so here comes Sadie Bourgeois. So Sadie, and now the ball over to the right side to Kravoski. And it goes out, and Barbe will throw it in. Over on the wide side, and a header from Sandoval, and here's Bridgewater trying to center it over to Sadie Bourgeois.
And offensively, everybody Barbe has is back here on the defensive end.
And now here's Kelsey Bourgeois.
With Owens.
And getting it down, tried to get it down low to Bridgewater, but nice.
Trying to get it to this girl, Owens.
Yes.
Going the wrong way, Owens. You know, she looks like, just watching her run out there, athlete-wise, that she could handle that ball and possibly make a long run down to the Sandoval goal.
So there's Kelsey Bourgeois and the header now. from Parker. Now Sadie over to Kelsey. Or make that Cretini, excuse me.
Yeah, Owens has 12 goals on the year, so she is the girl that the Lady Bucks want to get the ball to.
Now the long strike and blocked. And Parker clears it, and they will set up. As you see, 22, nice move by Camille Sheets. Now to the right side, over to Merchant. Merchant centers it over to Sadie Bourgeois. Will she get a shot on goal? No, it's taken away by the goalie, Craven.
Craven coming out, going to punt the ball again.
Approaching the halfway point of this first half. Still no score. All of the action nearly on the Santa Moss side of the field.
Kelsey Bourgeois with a block with the shoulder chest area and able to control that dribble.
And now a header, and now Santa Moss back on defense. Only 3 girls on defense, but Barbe with only 2 players downfield, and so they
nice
stay back on defense, and that was a
Bridgewater.
beautiful pass. As they're trying to center it over to Sadie Bourgeois, and they cannot. It's cleared by Allie Hendrickson. But here comes another chance. This is Cretini now. Cretini, nice move, and she's trying to get it over to make that Parker, and now a chance for Kravotsky, but she gets it back. Now here's Bridgewater, and it's a little soft and blocked and over to the goalie.
I
Easy
think
save.
everybody's getting a piece of that ball right there. So
Ab-
Cretini, involved in the action. We talked about her academic accomplishments. She's also going to represent the Lady Gators in the soccer all-star game.
She's an outstanding player for sure. And now here comes Barbe, and on the offensive for one of the few times here, and short-lived, as Murillo will take it for the Lady Gators, and they'll set up again. That's Cretini again. And Bridgewater with a chance down low in the box. Will she get to it? And weak shot, but now here's a chance for Sadie Bourgeois. Shot on goal, up high, and in! And it's a goal!
Sadie Bourgeois.
Number 7, the junior with the goal, and that is her 15th goal.
And Bridgewater, a nice pass to her, but you could see right there Sadie Bourgeois with the right-legged kick, and the goalie tried to deflect it a little bit, but the momentum of the ball carried it into the net for the first goal of our game.
And so Bourgeois, that was, as we mentioned, 15th goal, and a shout-out and a great job by the Santa Moss soccer team for giving us some great statistics here, keeping up with this, as Bourgeois gets her 15th goal, and Bridgewater, that would be her 10th assist. So 1-0 as in 22 minutes into this first half, Santa Moss draws first blood, and now here's a chance for a second shot, a long strike from Kelsey Bourgeois.
Kelsey had a nice kick right there. If maybe a little bit more heat on it right there, could have probably got by that goalkeeper. I know Owens is sitting back here. Get me the ball. See if I can get my 13th goal of the year.
Looking for Barbe to be a little more aggressive here, as they are now in a hole 1-0, but here come the Lady Gators again, but the steal, and they clear it, and here comes an opportunity from Mia Owens, and she'll drop back and set up on offense.
Good job by Bridgewater with the steal.
Absolutely. Here's Cretini. And this is Bourgeois on the left, and it's stolen.
Well, Sadie Bourgeois right there said, give me one more shot at this thing.
So Kelsey Bourgeois trying to get down low over to Weathers, but the throw-in now coming from the Lady Gators. 23 minutes in the first half. And now you have Parker with the shot wide.
Well, Parker all by herself in the middle. Nice little shot on goal. Good job by Cravens picking up on the first dribble.
And the kick. And now you see Kravoski with it and gets it over to Cretini center. Trying to get it down low to Bridgewater, but here comes Sadie Bourgeois. And the shot on goal, and another nice strike, but unsuccessful. And a nice save by Craven.
So Sadie Bourgeois has got about 4 tries on goal and 1 successful. And that's the difference in the game right now, that 1 successful kick.
Right, so Bourgeois gets it over to Cretini. And now here's the other Bourgeois, Kelsey Bourgeois. Now Sadie has it. Now here's a possible chance from Bridgewater, but we have a whistle. And we may have a direct kick. Was it in the box? No, it was not. So we're going to get a direct kick coming.
And, 10 yards away, the official should be backing up the white line a little bit. And you could score on this. There he goes. He said, this is where you're supposed to be, girls. Of course, Barbe, well coached, he said, those girls are at 6 yards.
So Cretini with the shot on goal, and it's knocked away, and it's in. Oh, she had it, lost it, then lost it to.
Watch this kick direct. Right off the goalkeeper's hands. Tried to make that second effort by Craven, and the ball just dribbles in there. Cretini with a nice goal on a direct kick. Went over the heads or right by the girls that were 10 yards away. And outstanding job by that kick, Satani.
Craven had it. Craven had it for a moment, lost it, and then was kind of challenged by her left upright and was kind of blocked. And at that point, she just lost all control, and a goal for Cretini, making it 2-0. And so Cretini, that's her 14th goal of the season. So the Lady Gators are in good shape right now, as we're about 25 minutes into this first half. And so we haven't seen anything on offense yet for Barbe. Now they're in a big hole, though. And here's an opportunity as Owens has it. And now we see at the center, and that's Jenny Vo, excuse me. And it'll go out of bounds, I believe. And so that will be Sandoval with the throw in, I think. We have a substitution coming in, I believe, number 25. He's about to check in, Sarah Arsenault.
Arsenault coming back into the game.
And she's going to replace Madison Parker, who was her replacement.
Arsenault just a junior.
Sarah Arsenault back on for the Gators.
So this is the 10-23 game. Sandoval with the early lead, 2-0 advantage early on. They're paired up with, as we mentioned, the 7-26 game. That 7-26 game is Pineville versus North Shore.
And the Lady Gators will go over that throughout the, what it looks like for your next round, the by-district round. And the Lady Gators are possibly playing North Shore, higher seed.
Right.
And have been successful in one trip against North Shore this year. So
yes, they have. But there's still plenty of time right now. This game still in the first half, even though they have a nice 2-0 early lead. Kravoski trying to get through, but is unsuccessful. Now a far shot on goal wide from Amber Merchant. The way the 10-7 and the 10-26 game would work, if Santa Maud does advance, they would have to go on the road.
And the reason there is North Shore home game this week because they're the higher seed. Santa Maud home game this week, they're the higher seed. But if you look at both teams, North Shore has the highest seed. Right. Both teams were at home. So if that's the case, Santa Maud would have to travel.
But it's not a long trip if they would wind up with that. If Barbe would win and North Shore would win, Barbe would get a home game out of that.
Yes, because Barbe traveled this week and North Shore was at home.
But right now, Santa Maud with the early lead, Lady Gators looking very good. not much offense so far tonight for the Lady Bucks. As you see, a long pass, and racing forward is Camille Sheets, number 22, and she clears it. And here comes Arsenault with the long kick, and it goes out of bounds. And so throw in coming from the Lady Bucks.
You know, we're just talking about the playoffs, Jeff. Both of these teams identical in the playoffs the last 5 years. The regionals have been the killer for both teams.
Yes.
4 out of the 5 years, regionals ended it, and both teams amazingly semifinals. 1 year, both teams lost in the semifinals. 2017-18, the Lady Gators lost to Vanderbilt 2-1, and for 2015-16, Barbe lost in the semifinals.
This is not, if you want to compare this to what has been seen in recent years on the Barbe side, this is the 23 seed, and usually they are a little more competitive than that. But they've had we got to remind everybody that it's just amazing that Barbe and the teams in Lake Charles are even fielding teams right now with all the disasters that they had to go through this season.
You are correct, and I know during football season, that I think they played, whoever was at school played football, but they played like a JV schedule for the schools that played.
Right.
So I saw them at the indoor meet last week. Barbe was there, so kind of getting it. Maybe some kids are coming back here in the second semester, but boy, it is. Lake Charles took a serious hit during the hurricane season. There's a kick.
Right, that was Cretini, and it was off the upright, and nearly Kravoski coming up with the rebound.
So if the upright was maybe 2 inches narrower,
mm-hmm.
You think we'd have a shot at it right there?
Yeah, it looks like a field goal kicker right there, doinking it off the uprights. And you see Bridgewater trying to get free, but just cannot get free right now as they're trying to neutralize her. The only problem is they've given up 2 goals.
Long kick
it's a
on
high
goal.
goal, and it's a save from Abby Craven. So they've been able to hold Bridgewater in check, but the only problem is they got the goal
I think
from
that was Murillo
Cortini.
right there on that long kick of about 40 yards.
Yes. But the goals tonight coming from the direct kick from Cretini and the long goal from Sadie Bourgeois. So that makes it 2-0 as we are 30 minutes into this first half.
Owen's back here on an island just about. But I'm sure she's played there many times before
and here's
been successful.
New player here, Nina Tomplay. Haven't mentioned her very much. But she loses it as they go down, and Cretini with a good job of defending, and it goes out of bounds. And so here comes an opportunity for Barbe. We haven't seen many of those here today.
Cretini, you could watch on that defensive play, would not allow her to do the crossover right there to get to the middle of the field. Stay along that sideline and let that sideline be a defender for you.
And so we have a substitution coming in for the Barbe Lady Bucks, number 8, Kaylee Savant. And so the throw, and it's taken by Murillo for Santamon. And here's Tomplay on the left side. Centers it over to Cretini. And here come the Lady Gators again. Now trying to get Bridgewater. And here's a chance as she gets free. And nice job by Hendrickson getting it away from her. But here's Kravoski for the Lady Gators. They just keep on coming. And now Cretini centered. Now going right. Taking her time. Now trying to center it over to Bridgewater, but knocked away.
Just could not get around, get enough foot on that to get a little elevation.
So it goes out of bounds, and we are about 22 minutes into this first half. 2-0, Santamon with the lead right now, the 10 seed, the home team.
Boy, at halftime we have a nice, going to honor the senior girls for the Lady Gators and their outstanding coach, Coach Jolie Hartman.
Mm-hmm. And possibly some of our camera operators can take a little short break there and get some of the pastelaia that pod and paddle provided for us tonight. That was amazing.
Outstanding.
And I want to thank Lyle Boudreaux for the assist out there. Go and pick it up, but
Well,
pod and paddle for all that.
He tried to go a little further. He said something about spinning a paddle every once in a while on that.
Yeah.
I'm not real certain on that one.
You never know. He's a man of many talents. And Murillo trying the little give and go from Bridgewater, but unsuccessful.
Good
and
steal right here.
That's Kelsey Bourgeois.
Kelsey, nice job right there, stepping inside and stealing that ball away.
Tom Play on the left side loses it. Now Kelsey with it. Arsenault trying to get to it, but knocked away. And here comes the Lady Bucks. And you see Owens, but she's just going to have a hard time doing it on her own here.
Good Bridgewater right there with a long run.
Nice challenge. She's got a chance at it, but a collision. Do we have a whistle? I believe we're going to make sure that they're both
well, the referee
okay.
You can see right here.
And I believe that they're going to let Barbe clear it.
Bridgewater said, "This is what I've been waiting on," and could not just get that ball by the last defender.
Both the boys and girls teams over here at Santa Ma are outstanding, and they're both led by Bridgewaters. We saw Bridgewater, the male Bridgewater, out a couple of weeks ago in the game of the week against Dutchtown, and he had a couple of goals that evening. And Naya Bridgewater on the girls' team is the leading scorer for Santa Ma.
Well, and you have a situation here that, soccer in Ascension Parish is a strong sport, both male and female. So a lot of fun to come in, and this is, not your PE soccer,
right.
that I would play recreational, just kick the ball, well organized, well coached, and well played for the guys and gals on all the schools in Ascension Parish.
Right. It's been a little bit of a down year for East Ascension, but as far as Dutchtown and Santa Ma go, you kind of flip-flop the scripts on the boys and girls side. On the boys side, Santa Ma won district. Dutchtown comes in second. On the girls side, Dutchtown wins district, and Santa Ma finishes second. But all four teams, both the Dutchtown, Santa Ma boys and girls, both finished at top 10 seeds.
And the best part about it, I think they're in different districts.
Yeah,
boys and
different brackets. Yeah. So, I mean, theoretically, they could meet very far down the road.
So they don't consider it a 5A league. Nice feed right there down the center.
And we'll get the goal kick as we are down to 36 minutes into this.
Boy, Kelsey Bourgeois to Tom Play. Thought they had a nice one going right there. Just a little bit, could not run down there and get it.
And now here's Tom Play again. Nobody there, weak shot. And Cretini will set up over to Kelsey Bourgeois. Tries to get it down low, shot wide, and it will go out, and we'll get a goal kick again. First half dominated, very impressive performance here from the Santa Ma Lady Gators. As we mentioned, 2 goals, one from Cretini, one from Sadie Bourgeois, number 7. And here's Kelsey Bourgeois over to Sadie Bourgeois. Now Cretini. Back to Kelsey, and she's got a shot but knocked away. Nice job by Gracie Self, number 18.
Self says, I think I took the rough end on that deal. That was a nice kick by Kelsey.
3 minutes left to go here in the first half minus stoppage time. Don't think we're going to get much stoppage time here. It's been pretty consistent play here. You see Bridgewater hitting the ground again. They're all over her on the Barbe side. They want to keep her from doing a lot of damage. Only problem is the rest of the San Juan team is doing the damage for her. And now here's Cretini centered. And shot knocked away, and that's number 15 with the back block, Sarah Curry.
where he says, wow.
Lower back injuries.
Said, I got knee pads, shin pads. I need a back pad.
She needs to go see the chiropractor after that one. There's 2 minutes remaining. Murillo. And now setting up to
working the ball around. Is that Arsenault?
That's Arsenault, 25. Now over to Sadie Bourgeois. Try to center it, and it goes out, and I believe that's going to be a corner kick.
Yeah. I think if we'd had somebody shooting the cannon up there, he might have had a shot at that one.
I know. I was wondering if they were going to shoot the cannon out here. This is my first soccer game at the pit. Pretty quiet out here. Good crowd for the Barbe side, and a decent crowd out here for Santa Ma as well. And this is Kelsey Bourgeois for the corner kick. Trying to get it to Cretini, but cannot. But Sadie saves it, and it's knocked away by Hendrickson. And now cleared by the Lady Gators, but it will go out and a throw-in coming. So we're at the final minute and a half of regular time.
Now the clock stopped. And reason why, because the official, the midfield official there, he is in charge of that clock, and he keeps it on his watch, and he'll let you know when the half is over with by blowing the whistle several times.
So there's Sheets trying to do something on her own, but taken away. And now Barbe basically just trying to stop the bleeding right now and keep Santa Ma from getting a 3-0 lead before the half, because that could be just devastating if that happens. And Cretini is going to take a chance. She's centered it up. She's got a couple of players down there. There's Bridgewater, and little reverse kick goes wide.
And you can see Bridgewater, nice little job of maybe want to try to see if you could get by that defender right there next time she controls that ball in the middle.
And so the header knocked away by Cretini, and now Bridgewater fighting for it again. She's got it. Tries to get it down to Tomplay. Nice pass, and here's a shot on goal, and it's in for the goal. So the goal coming in from Nina Tomplay.
Great pass by
That was a
Bridgewater.
beautiful assist.
Great catch by Tomplay. And watch right here, does an excellent job of waiting for that ball in the air to come to the ground a little bit and just knocks it in.
Mm-hmm.
Great job there, Tomplay.
Both of the goals in live action, you
Nina
got to
Tomplay.
credit the assist to Bridgewater. So she's got 2 tonight. She's had 9 all season. She got 2 tonight.
Well, that just wasn't that was a sharp pass right there.
That was a beautiful pass, absolutely. And, Barbe's job tonight is trying to neutralize her, but she's getting the assists, and Santa Ma's got an impressive 3-0 lead here at the half, and they look to be in control of this game so far. Not much time left to go here before the half. And now they have to make something happen, and the long pass is going to be cleared by the goalie and back to Tomplay. Little shove there.
Well, she's probably yawning a little bit on this end right here. Hadn't got much action throughout, a little bit at the beginning of the game, but for about 80% of this first half, that ball has been on the Barbe Lady Buck side.
Right. Probably more than 80. We're talking about 90%, perhaps even so much. As we're going to have the whistle, and we are at the half, I believe. And so a very impressive first half by the Lady Gators, as we have goals from Tomplay, Cretini, and Bourgeois, Sadie Bourgeois, and a couple of assists from Bridgewater.
And we have the Santa Ma girls, the seniors, when we come back and show them they're in the earlier years, and here they are now as seniors at Santa Ma High School, and kind of introduce you to the Coach Jolie Hartman.
All right, so we'll do that after this break. You're watching the ETEL Game of the Week.
0 0% financing for 72 months on select 2020 and 2021 models at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. If you're ready for a new Buick or GMC, let's get started. 0% financing for 72 months on select new models at Ross Downing Buick GMC Hammond and Ross Downing Buick GMC of Gonzales. 0% financing for 72 months. RossDowningHammond.com. RossDowningGonzales.com.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score, because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never, ever frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Dr. Brian Hollis is Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Dr. Hollis has an excellent reputation for bringing state-of-the-art technology and the highest standard of patient care to Ascension. He attended LSU Dental School, and he completed a residency to become a board-certified specialist in orthodontics. An avid supporter in our community, Dr. Hollis is married to Celeste Pyron Hollis, and they have 4 children. Dr. Hollis, Ascension Parish's orthodontist. Grow up smiling with Hollis Orthodontics.
The Title Law Firm has been fighting for our clients to get their best recovery for over 20 years. And now that tradition will continue to the next generation.
Hi, I'm Rick Tata, the newest member of the Title Law Firm.
We understand that it can be frustrating dealing with your claim.
So we're here to help you get what you deserve. If you're seriously injured in an accident, call the Title Law Firm today.
We're not just a face on an ad.
Call 756-0007 when you're injured. You gotta call Tyler.
Hi, we are live with the PPTV network, where one of the top athletes is about to make his important decision. We know his character, and nothing will hold him back.
I'm glad to have my family and friends here for this choice. It's more than my career. It will affect the rest of my life. I choose Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
The decision is in. Why choose Peak?
Their reputation and their record of success is unmatched.
When it matters most, another patient chooses Peak Performance Physical Therapy.
Piku Builder Supply, your one-stop lumberyard, provides an extensive selection of quality building supplies for your new construction and remodeling. We offer computer-aided estimating of your building and remodeling plans, as well as blueprint copies. From humble beginnings to becoming the industry leader in Gonzales and beyond, Piku proudly supports our local community because we believe in giving back to those who have had a hand in our success. Let the experts at Piku Builder Supply help you with your new project today.
You care about your car. So do we. Donaldsonville Glass and Body has been around for over 40 years, providing unparalleled collision repairs and customer service, especially when you and your car are having the worst day ever. When you demand exceptional workmanship, call Donaldsonville Glass and Body. Free pickup for your collision repairs and get it back as good as new. It's your choice, so why not choose the best? Donaldsonville Glass and Body.
Halftime at the pit, 3-0 Santa Ma leading Barbe High School. Jeff Porsche and David Swacker, the coach, out here with you, and we're going to take some time to pay some tributes to the Santa Ma senior girls on this soccer team, as the Santa Ma athletic department giving us lots of pictures. You see Amber Merchant there, the kind of before and now shots. So you look at Amber Merchant, and she's number 34 for the Lady Gators. Camille Sheets, you see her right there, as she used to be the goalie. Now you see her right there. And then Kayla Murillo, number 3, before and after. A great shot right there.
Looks like she was running that as a youngster and just continues to do that for the Lady Gators.
Absolutely. Kelsey Bourgeois, we saw her here tonight, and used to be a goalie, but she's got a lot of skills with the ball handling there.
Kelsey can really run.
Cretini, she had a goal here tonight off of the direct kick. And
in fact, her 14th goal of the year.
Absolutely. So congratulations to all of the seniors, and good job. Missed senior night this year, of course, but this is kind of a senior night as well, as maybe their final home game, as if they win tonight, they would have to travel. So they have to win on the road next week to get another home game possibly.
Good job there, girls.
Absolutely. And so, this is always, as you talked about, this has always been a very good and very competitive Santa Maria team. And when you look at the last 5 years, they made the semifinals in 17-18 when they lost to Mandeville 2-1. But then they made the regionals every other year besides that. So they're a very competitive team and got a lot of consistency, SWAC, in the program with somebody who's been around Santa Maria soccer for so many years.
Yes, and let's talk about Coach Jolie Hartman, a Santa Maria girl. There she is on the sidelines. And what can you not say about this young lady right here, the head soccer coach for the Lady Gators? 15 years she played soccer. All the way through her senior year of high school. First team All-District. She was offensive MVP her senior year, All-Metro, All-State. What an outstanding job she did in high school. Signed with Southwest Mississippi Community College, and she was All-Regional there for 2 years. Been the head coach for 9 years. Been to the playoffs every year. That's impressive.
Right.
Overall record 113, 67, and 21. District champ 3 times. District coach of the year. There you see Jolie right there. And she has been the All-Metro coach of the year 3 times. And the big thing, she doesn't know we looked this up. But, of course, I knew that because her mom is the athletic secretary at Santa Maria High School. She was also in 2008, her senior year, the Santa Maria High School homecoming queen, Coach Jolie Hartman.
Right.
Outstanding job, Coach.
Yes, and I know you're very connected to her with all of your years here at Santa Maria.
And here's your team. Girls just love this. They want to make sure, everything is right in place. You can see the little hair on one side of the shoulders. There you go. Good job, girls.
Got to wear those masks.
And, boy, everybody from Florida to Washington got to wear a mask for every picture. It's unreal.
Absolutely, but got to do it, and they're trying to stay safe, and they're trying to not get any quarantines here in the postseason. So you got to do that. And as we said, we're in the playoffs right now. And let's look at the the by-district round of the LHSAA playoffs. And as we said, this is a 23 versus 10 game. And so right now it looks like Santa Maria is comfortably ahead. And as we said, the 26-7 game is what they'll play. But as you can see right there, Dutchtown, they got the 8th seed, and they're playing in the first round against West Jeff. They're the 25 seed, and so both teams getting top 10 seeds, as we mentioned. And they're on opposite sides of the bracket, as Dutchtown's paired up with the number 1 seed, and which is Dominican. And then Santa Maria's paired up with the 2 seed, which is Mount Carmel.
And let's just say this right quick. Mount Carmel, Dominican, in the same district. And I'm going to just tell you, one's 18-0-1 and one's 16-1. Nice district rival between those two right there. And you got to beat one of them if you want to get to that state championship game.
So Dutchtown, as the 8th seed, does have a chance to play at home for the second round, and they would be prepared up against the St. Scholastica Alexandria winners. St. Scholastica, the 8th seed. And as we said, Barbe is a 23 seed, and they are down here at the half to Santa Maria. But if Santa Maria can win this game, they either have to go up past Alec to Pineville, or they got to go travel down I-12 and go take on North Shore. So either a short trip or a pretty long trip in the future here, maybe for the Lady Gators.
I'm going to tell you what, Jeff, another thing, I just noticed stuff like that because I coached in North Louisiana for 7 years. Captain Shreve, you see their name in the playoffs, boys and girls sports, quite a bit, and, of course, Byrd High School out of Shreveport, same thing. Here you see the by-district round that we have right now. You see where everybody's playing there. What their seed is in parentheses. and their record is to the right side of their name. And you could see Dominican right off the bat, 18-0-1, and then at the bottom, Mount Carmel, 18-2-1.
And so looks like we are ready to begin this second half, and we'll talk about some more statistics and information about the postseason and the regular season as we have time. But looks like as we start the second half, Santa Ma is in control again.
Well, Barbe Santa Ma started off with the ball the first half, and of course it's just like football or basketball or any of the other sports. They switch sides,
yes,
and they also switch who gets the ball. And Barbe had it for a few kicks, and then Santa Ma was able to come in and take over the ball. So Santa Ma will be offensively on our right side, and Barbe offensively on our left side. Santa Ma in black and Barbe in white.
And Barbe not able to pose much of a threat on offense so far here tonight. The majority of the time played on the Santa Ma side of the field, as the throw-in is going to come from Barbe, and they're posing a little bit of a rally here. Let's see if they can keep it up as they try to get a shot. And you maybe aren't going to see Santa Ma playing nearly as aggressive as they have a comfortable lead. Difficult to come back from a 3-0 lead.
Well, the referee, I guess we have a direct kick, but have some kind of violation by the Lady Gators.
And so there's the kick, and it goes down into the box. Header, nice job, I believe, taken away by Merchant. And there's a shot into the ribs.
Well, Merchant
big,
did
hard
a good
shot, and she's down. She's hurt. We might have to go take a check on her, and yes, that's Bailey Wimberly. She's a freshman midfielder, and she got struck right in the ribs, and she's down. And so they're going to take a look at her. So let's take a short break right now while they take a look at her. Actually, she's getting up now. Looks like she's going to be okay. So we'll keep it here. But she's obviously in a lot of pain. The only problem here is there's not a lot of replacements here on the Barbe roster, so she's probably going to have to stay out there. And that's tough. I like that.
Well, the referee does a good job, and I'm sure he stopped his watch on his wrist and probably added about 30 or 40 seconds to this half. Nice feed in the middle of the field.
But, yeah, much respect to her as she's going to stay out there and fight through it. That's a good job.
Well, I think if you play this game, you'll find these soccer kids are tough.
Absolutely.
I mean, there is a lot of running involved and a lot of kicking and pushing.
The wide shot to Bourgeois, wide pass to Bourgeois was very nice, but it is going to go out, and it looks like they're going to let Barbe have possession.
Now, Sadie Bourgeois had that breakaway down the right side and just could not make something of it.
And so now they'll set up, trying to get it to Bourgeois. Kelsey trying to get it to Sadie, and now Murillo has it for the Lady Gators. Trying to get it to Cretini, taken away by Hendrickson. Now setting up to Kelsey Bourgeois, loses it. Just hard to get it any sort of rally here with all these defenders on the Barbe side. And now fighting for it, and a little push maybe from Bridgewater, and an attempt and taken by the goalie. A little bit of pushing and shoving down there, but no goal.
And, you know, that's the physical part of the game here, Jeff.
Yeah.
You know, if you're on the ground and that ball's on the ground, you could actually get kicked.
Oh, and here's a chance for the
Lady Bucks. Owens says, I've been waiting on this for a while. Give me an opportunity.
And it goes out, and Barbe will throw it in. As you see, Mia Owens, she's trying to make something happen on offense, but just not enough players downfield, and good defense by the Lady Gators. And it's cleared and goes out from Murillo. 5 minutes into this second half. 3-0 is our score, Santa Ma. Throw in, and the header from Owens goes out, and now Santa Ma will throw it in. Sandoval finished second in their district this season. They lost 1-0 to Dutchtown, and it was those two teams were that close. So the 8 and 10 seeds and Ritz, and if you want to look at it, 1 goal basically separated them. So both of those teams have been very competitive, and the class of their district this season.
And also in their district, 3 and 2 is Walker, 2 and 3 is Live Oak, 1 and 4 is Denham Springs, and East Ascension, normally very good in soccer, boys and girls, had an off year with the girls this year.
And so they were that close to taking the district this year, and that 1-0 loss, really the difference between the second home game and one home game in the postseason, as Dutchtown wins district, and they finish a very close second. Cretini trying to get it over to Sadie Bourgeois.
And you know what it's all about, huh, Jeff?
What's that?
Strawberry Stadium.
Absolutely.
Hammond, Louisiana. What do you think's going to happen there?
Oh,
nice
we'll
kick.
Never know. You know that some of the Catholic schools are going to be there. It'd be nice if some of the Ascension Parish schools join them this season.
Boy, nice kick. Watch, centered it right here.
And a shot up high and off the crossbar.
I think that was Kelsey Bourgeois, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, if that ball just needed to come down about 1 foot, maybe, or less.
Tom play on the left side now, and she has it. Tries to center it over to Bridgewater, but too long. And now Kelsey Bourgeois has it. Oh, and Cretini slips or tripped or something, and she loses it. Now Murillo, and a nice block from the Lady Bucks. See number 12, Livergood.
You see Barbe also in the Lake Charles, Lafayette area district with Acadiana, Barbe, Como, Lafayette, New Iberia, Southside, a new school in Lafayette, and Sulphur in their district.
They had to, as we have a whistle, and looks like Barbe is going to throw it in right here. Let's see. What are they calling here? I can't quite see. I got a little glare on my.
Well, you have the
okay,
side
the direct kick.
assistant
yes.
field judge. So you have a direct kick. And you got a pretty good shot at the goal right here.
That's Kelsey Bourgeois, and the header, and nice attempt by Cretini. And now here comes a one-on-one opportunity, and breaks free and might have a chance here. This is Mia Owens, and the good pursuit and catching up to it is number 22 for the Lady Gators. Got to give credit to Camille Sheets. Great job.
I saw Camille Sheets look like picked up 2 yards on Owens right there.
And now Bridgewater with a chance and knocked away, and a rebound, and it's in for the goal. 4-0, and that's, I believe, Tom play with the goal.
Well, I'm trying to pick it up.
I believe that was Tom play, 21.
Mina Tomplay.
There you go.
There you go.
So Mia Tomplay, and we look at her this season, she's nearly doubled her output as she gets the bracket here tonight. 2 goals. She's up to 5 on the season. She had 3 coming into the
Tomplay said I'm a playoff person.
Yeah.
Regular season is for everybody.
She's Tom Brady. She waited till the playoffs and then came alive.
But the key to that whole thing was Sheets running down Owens and making a play for the Lady Gators. Outstanding job.
Yeah, what turned into possibly the best scoring opportunity tonight for the Lady Bucks turns into a goal for the Lady Gators. And now it's 4-0 as they're starting to be in total control of this game 10 minutes into the second half. And so you see Sadie Bourgeois. Good footwork there. Trying to get through the defenders and gets it over, trying to get it to Bridgewater as they will clear it out of bounds, and the throw-in coming from Amber Merchant. And it's knocked away, and Looked a little awkward there from Cretini, and Barbe will throw it in.
Couple of headers. Good job of getting the ball out of that corner.
So a little bit about Barbe as we see Cretini with it. They were 8-6-2 on the season. They were 5-6-2 going into their final games, but wound up winning 2 late district games. They beat Sulphur 1-0 and Como 3-0, and then beat DeRidder 1-0 as well to get a winning record. And they were kind of on the cusp of missing the playoffs, but those last 3 wins got them in. But they're having their troubles here tonight as a shot on goal from Sadie Bourgeois, saved by Craven.
And you have that in soccer where your season ended, DeRidder's not in the district,
right?
And you schedule, if you want to call them tune-up games or whatever, but in general, I'm almost certain they do count in your power rankings.
Yes.
So that's what, some teams do to help themselves out. Also, just to keep sharp. And it worked out pretty good for the Lady Bucks.
Yes, that late surge got them a seed in the low 20s when it looked like they were going to struggle to possibly even make the postseason. So a lot of credit to Barbe for making it this far. They're having their troubles here tonight as Santa Maria just in control of this game and looking very sharp here tonight. But a good performance and a good season so far for the Lady Bucks as well. And as we said, you see a little fight for it, and Bridgewater wins that and centered out of bounds. But we talked about it before, and we'll talk about it again. Just a tough year for Barbe High School in general, and just to have their teams making it in the postseason and being competitive, hats off to them for being Louisiana strong and fighting through all the troubles this season.
Definitely.
So
13
minutes into this second half, and 4-0 as we see substitution. Kravoski is checking in for the Lady Gators. There's a kick headed away by Cretini. Kravoski fighting for it, and she knocks it away out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in from the Lady Bucks. So Santa Maria, they're 13-5. We haven't really talked about them, but they are, after that Dutchtown loss, which is just one of those heartbreaking, crucial losses that you hate to see happen on either side because they're so competitive. They've rattled off 4 in a row as a shot on goal coming from Sadie Bourgeois, save. But they have been on fire. 5-0, 7-0, 4-2, 6-1. They've just been dominating opponents, and they're doing it again here tonight. They beat Denham Springs 5-0, East Ascension 7-0, Walker 4-2, and Baton Rouge High 6-1.
And if they should happen to play North Shore in the playoffs, I think they beat North Shore earlier in the year 4-0.
4-3.
4-3.
Very competitive game. We talked about the 1 and 2 seeds, too, being Dominican and Mount Carmel. Santa Maria played both of them, and they did not look good in those games. They lost 6-0 to Dominican, and then lost 8-0 to Mount Carmel. Of course, you don't know which players were out or what was going on with quarantine situations or whatever. But those are two tough teams.
I'm going to just tell you, Dominican, they were riding that high when that lady got named to the Supreme Court. They have been running on cloud 9 ever since, and rightfully so.
Absolutely. As you see, Barbe trying to do something, but just cannot get the ball past the other side of the field. As you see Sadie Bourgeois, and a nice challenge there from number 9, Wimberly. That was the girl we saw with the shot to the ribs, and she's playing hard and fighting out there.
And the ribs are not protected. Basically, you have some cleats on, and you have some shin guards, little protection there, and that's it. So You look at, basically you're an athlete out there running and playing a pretty tough sport, with basically little protection.
Substitution coming in for the Lady Bucks, number 20, Lauren Garner. And I see a substitution here as Arsenault's checking in, and checking out is Madison Parker.
Let's go over, Jeff, just exactly the seeds from each district.
And this tells you how tough this District 4 is, maybe compared to District 2 from the Lafayette Acadiana side.
And you've already said about Dutchtown and Santa Monica. They're 8-10.
Right.
But your Walker is 22, Live Oak is 27, and Denham Springs is 28.
So 5 teams in that district, and 2 of them in the top 10.
And go ahead and go over the Barbe district.
On the Lake Charles and Acadiana side, you have Acadiana High, who's the top seed out of District 2. They are the 11th seed. Lafayette High, number 12. I guess that's their version of Dutchtown, Santa Monica,
and
Lafayette High.
And we saw Lafayette earlier.
Right. We saw them take on Dutchtown, and Dutchtown beat them, I believe it was 4-0. And then you have Southside, the new school in Lafayette, out in Youngsville. They're 21. Barbe, the 23 seed, we're seeing them tonight. And then Como sneaking in the playoffs at number 30. As we see Kravoski trying to fight through, gets it over to Bridgewater, but she loses it. And here come the Lady Bucks.
So we mentioned it earlier that the LHSA, if I noticed this week, Jeff, they had to make some changes in basketball where you're not going to have the top 28, whatever you want to call it, or the Sweet 16, and because they're going to have
they're kind of doing pods
in different spots.
Yes,
for the semifinals and different spots for the finals, and but I don't think, because that's an indoor sport, and basketball, has definitely some issues with the virus being an indoor sport.
All 3 teams in the parish have quarantined at some point this season. You know that in the postseason, at least on the boys and girls side, Santa Monica will make the playoffs on both ends, but they've been battling quarantines as well. The boys on the East Ascension side should make the postseason as well, but we haven't had a basketball game in weeks here in Ascension Parish because of the quarantines.
And just got word that our game for next Friday, East Ascension and Santa Monica has been postponed. But my point is, going further on in the playoffs, Strawberry Stadium, that's where Southeastern football plays.
Right.
And that's where your finals are going to be for all your divisions, 1, 2, 3, and 4, male and female. And that will start the February 24th through the 27th of this month.
And you made a good point when you're talking about all this stuff and being at the same place. Soccer is an outdoor sport. It's not that that the basketball teams are being quarantined because they're being irresponsible. You're playing indoors, and that virus doesn't go anywhere indoors. And so when you're outdoors, it's a lot easier to have that virus just scatter, as you might say, my amateur medical
All right,
opinion.
Dr. Jeff.
Yes. You're welcome for that.
Is that $45 copayment?
No, I'm giving you that free advice.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So Amber Merchant on the Santa Monica side trying to get something, but nothing doing, and now Sheets over to Cretini. And after this little rally here from the Lady Gators, we're going to talk about the top seeds in the postseason.
Well, look at the top seeds. Here they are. We've already talked about Dominican and Mount Carmel, and then you have Shreve. Some people call it Captain Shreve, but if you're from North Louisiana, just call it Shreve. St. Joseph's having a very good year. Byrd, Mandeville, North Shore, Dutchtown, St. Scholastica, and Santa Monica. All very good soccer teams. A lot of these names you see year in and year out in the playoffs.
And the corner kick just over the head of a Lady Gator trying to get the header into the goal, but they will throw it in now. And they will set that up with Murillo. Murillo, one of the seniors, you saw her picture earlier at halftime.
I mean, I'm just looking at that kick right there. You could kick off in football right there with that leg right there. It was impressive.
Right. Very strong on
I think that's number 3.
Yeah, that was Murillo.
Very strong leg there, Murillo.
Now Sadie Bourgeois. And Bridgewater, still nothing happening. She didn't get a goal tonight, but she's got a couple of assists, and so she's had a nice night. They tried to neutralize her, but they just hadn't.
Yeah.
Nina Tomplay is the secret weapon here tonight, I guess, with 2 goals.
I'm going to tell you what. You know, I'm not all about MVP awards or everything, but this Tomplay comes to the game with 0 assists, 3 goals, and now she's almost doubled her goals, up to 5 goals, to push this lead to 4-0.
And so Dutchtown, I was about to say, as we're at Sanoma. Wake up, Porsche. All right, and they're about to advance.
We'll get that cannon on you, son.
Yeah, I know. We got the Dutchtown and Sanoma rivalry here with me and Swack, but looks like they're going to advance to that second round. So they are going to get ready for a road game unless something unusual happens 22 minutes into the second half. And Swack, want to mention it again. We got to thank Pod and Paddle as well. That was some incredible pastelaia.
Well, and then the new guy they just hired over there that delivers, Lyle Boudreaux.
Lyle is, I think he's a Uber or waiter or whatever you want to call it, DoorDash.
I think Lyle filled up his car for the first time in 9 months.
Yep.
And brought us some pastelaia. Appreciate that, Lyle.
Yeah, thank you, Pod and Paddle. Thanks, Lyle. And it was great. And we're always happy when we get fed.
And this is a live game. And you could go on ETEL's website. How do you get it, Jeff, the live?
You go to YouTube and then go to enter ETEL Game of the Week, and the whole library is there from the entire season.
Yeah, and I mean, the Sanoma girls and the Barbe girls on their way back to Lake Charles can hook that up
right
after the game.
Exactly. As you see Murillo and a little trip there, and both players hit the ground, but we will keep the action going. And we see some new players possibly coming in on the Lady Gators side. Number 22, Camille Sheets, she's been in and out, and she's done a good job here tonight when she has been in the game. You hadn't seen a lot of substitutions on the Barbe side. We see Tomplay about to check in again, the secret weapon here tonight. But not a lot of substitutions on the Barbe side because they only brought about 12 players here tonight. Sanoma has nearly double that.
We saw one of them limping.
Yes.
Greatly.
And I only see 2 girls on the bench here on the Barbe side. So that's this is the point where they're going to get really fatigued, and when you need to get 4 goals and you don't have fresh legs coming off the bench, it can be very dangerous. So
Bridgewater in the corner centers it.
Oh, Tomplay nearly going for the hat trick there. It's a high off of the crossbar, the field goal crossbar. I believe that's Cretini with the shot.
Well, that kind of ricocheted around, landed on top of the net. Maybe got some people excited, but doesn't count.
Header from Cretini trying to get it to Bridgewater. Still shut out tonight, but a couple of assists. A beautiful pass in the first half. That was probably the nicest play of the night. There've been a couple of them, but the pass in the box from Nia Bridgewater to Nina Tomplay was just beautiful.
I just like Tomplay's patience.
Yes.
Because that ball's off the ground, let's say 2 feet. No telling where it might go. But she let that ball settle a little bit right before it hit the ground and just kind of tapped it in there easily for the easy goal.
And Tomplay's other goal was very nice off a rebound as well. That was another big highlight here on the night. You also have a goal in the first half. The first goal tonight was scored by Sadie Bourgeois about 15 minutes into the game. And then you had a direct kick goal from Rachel Cretini. So that's your 4 goals on the night. And you got to credit Bridgewater with at least a couple of assists. So the header from Murillo, still fighting for it. Ooh, nice slide from Bridgewater. Kravosky tries to get the steal, but cannot. Murillo knocks it away, but it's handled by Vo. And here comes a chance for Owens. But it's cleared by Murillo. And they're going to get it over to Tomplay on the right. Tomplay trying to get it down to Merchant, but cannot. Goes out of bounds. As we are 27 minutes into this second half. So it looks like Santa Maria will be headed to either North Shore or Pineville in the second round of the girls' playoffs. Just not enough here tonight from the Barbe Lady Bucks. Not mounting much of an offensive threat here.
There's
tonight.
Arsenault in the middle. Nice little feed, sending it up.
There's Cretini. Kravosky. Over to Cretini. Long shot, wide strike, and it's saved by the goalie. For 4-0. Our score, Santa Maria comfortably ahead. We are getting word that, well, as we see a shot on goal, and there's the goal from Bridgewater.
And Arsenault does a good job with that left foot all the way down.
Bridgewater scores for the
And
game.
this is something that we haven't seen at all night long, Jeff, is Bridgewater wide open on the shot.
Yes, a little breakaway there, and that was an easy one for her as she scores her 25th goal of the season as Santa Maria with the 5-0 lead as they're 12 minutes away from a second round match, and they're going to be going to North Shore. Getting a Twitter update here that North Shore defeated Pineville tonight 8-0. So they don't have to take the big trip up to Alec in the upcoming days, the easier trip up I-12.
There you go.
So it looks like...
And that first meeting was in November. And so we'll just see. But, you know, when you talk with the coaches, you say, yeah, you can look at all these scores, but you have no earthly idea, you know, who had the virus, who was out for an injury. I mean, you know, you look at the Santa Maria boys team, and Coach Garcia has been out for a while, not with the virus, an injury, surgical procedure. And so, I mean, you just never know a score that was, you know, 2 months ago.
Yes, so and a lot can happen between the two teams. I mean, you could have a totally different team. Players step up. And for example, tonight you see Tom play. Who would have predicted that here tonight? But she's one of the top players here on this in this match. So lots of things can change over the course of.
Well, and talking to Coach Jolie, she's just very, very impressive. Surely they have a couple of special players, and we've talked about them enough. But what's really special is this team. They really do a good job team-wise, moving the ball around, getting the ball to the open girl, and you know, making things happen.
They're very well organized program in general here at Santa Maria with their soccer program. As you mentioned earlier, Swag, they gave us lots of stats, lots of pictures, lots of details about the season. We got all our scores on the season and everything. It's a well-run program here with Santa Monica Soccer Program.
See Arsenault there getting tripped up a little bit, putting the shoe back on.
And so down to the final 10 minutes in this first round matchup in Division 1. And the 10 seed comfortably in control. As you see Kravotsky trying to save it, but now the long shot from, I believe that's Cretini, or make that Kelsey Bourgeois, excuse me. And so we have a substitution, number 34 and number 10 coming into the game. Number 34, Amber Merchant, and Madison Parker, number 10, checking in. So we've also mentioned with the seniors, this could potentially be their final night here at the pit. Not the senior night, as this is the playoffs, but as they are traveling next round and possibly afterwards. This may be the final night for those seniors, and we talked about them and honored them. You have Murillo, Cretini, Bourgeois, Sheets, Merchant. They've all done a great job here tonight, and they've all been big contributors to this win in the first round.
And, you know, you sit there and say, in general, they should have been here, let's say, for 4 years. And you could see the leadership that they have given the younger kids on the team, younger players, and how the team has improved, you know, over a period of times this year. I'm going to be interested to see just exactly what happens in the next round.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if Santa Monica, I mean, they won earlier. You said that. So, I mean, a win would not really be considered an upset, except that it might have been on the road, as Murillo clears it. And I want to bring up one thing, as we saw Tomplay check back in a moment ago, and she has 2 goals here tonight. So we're going to we have to take a little short break to take care of some technical issues. So we'll take a short break right now with 7 minutes left to go. And we're back to the action as we are 6 minutes left to go. It's still 5-0. Have not missed anything here as far as action or scoring goes. Portion Swack still with you. I want to bring up one. Oh, go ahead.
Nice job right there by the goalkeeper, because once you get out of that keeper area right there, that goalkeeper cannot touch the ball. You're a regular player with the hands. And she did the exact thing you're supposed to. Cleared it out of there and then got back into the keeper area.
So the thing I want to bring up as we kind of just play out these last few minutes, you talked about earlier, and we mentioned that Santa Monica and Barbe both had freshmen that played big roles on this team, and you have Barbe with about 3 freshman starters, and you're talking about how that's not that big a deal on the girls' side, because sometimes they – with size and speed, it really doesn't make that much of a difference. And we talk about Tomplay, 2 goals here tonight, being one of the stars of the game. She's a freshman. So there's your proof right there.
No doubt about it. And, you know, probably if you're starting all freshmen, you might have problems, you know. But, you know, you filter in some experienced athletes.
Right.
And, you know, your young girls – and look, let me just tell you, I've been in it long enough to know that just because you're a freshman, that doesn't mean you are inferior as an athlete. Sometimes they dominate games as a freshman.
Yes, they do.
And so it is always interesting to watch on the female side right there, you know, who's going to take the place of those 5 seniors that we had tonight. You just never know who's coming into the program, and then all the young girls that you have participating right now are just moving up a notch.
Right. Sadie Bourgeois, she's a junior, so she'll be one of the leaders next season, you would expect. She got the first goal here tonight. Bryn Weathers, Sarah Arsenault, they've got some young players. Goalkeeper Kaylee Sheets is just a sophomore. Tomplay is a freshman, and then the big name that you are excited for if you're Santa Monica, Nia Bridgewater, she's just a sophomore.
And you know, when you sit here and you look at Kelsey Bourgeois and Sadie Bourgeois, how many times have they touched the ball tonight?
Yep, the
I
three.
mean, it's those two are in the middle right there, and they're basically controlling the offensive play that's going to be run, who's going to be set up or whatever.
Those two girls in Cretini are pretty much interchangeable, as they control the center of that field very well. Kick goes out of bounds, and it'll be thrown in.
The best compliment I can give them, they look like they really know what they're doing, and they do a very good job at it.
So Sheets, I believe, is going to throw it in or make that actually Merchant. Sheets just going to retrieve the ball. Looks like she's going to receive the throw in from Merchant. So here's Sheets in the final 4 minutes of this game. So again, in case you missed us announcing that earlier, North Shore won very easily against Pineville. So it's going to be a 10-7 matchup in the second round, Santa Maria versus North Shore. North Shore will be the home team. So a short 1 hour trip from the Lady Gators.
Lori Gardner coming into the game for the Lady Bucks.
You see Claire
Domite coming out.
She's a freshman. She'll have plenty of years to improve her play.
Just think about Barbe. How many kids had to leave the school and relocate somewhere else and didn't come back when the school reopened. And so I'm sure that's all the schools in Lake Charles had issues like that.
Right. And you have the Lake Charles schools like Barbe and LaGrange, and then you have
Sam Houston's another one.
Sam Houston.
I mean,
Washington
right now
Marion.
they're trying to figure out where to play the state softball and baseball tournaments. That are traditionally softball is unbelievable in Sulphur.
Right.
And the big one that they missed this year, I've gone to a few times. The job that Sulphur does with the state swim tournament is unbelievable. I mean, you just sit there and just watching, just the organization of how that thing is run, and not necessarily run by the LHSA. It's run by volunteers, which you have at most of your state championships, like your cross country and stuff like this.
And here you have Kravoski. Make that Tomplay, excuse me. Tomplay trying to get the hat trick. 2 minutes left to go and keeping time on the field now. So
I think they changed this up, Jeff, where the players are on this side and all the spectators are on the visitor side.
And I believe we're seeing mass substitutions as a lot of the seniors and a lot of the starters checking out. So we see 33, 24, and 2. Let's talk about them, too. Gabby Bouquet.
And number 33, Aubrey Humphreys.
And Victoria Hickenbotham.
Yes. And
Hickenbottom.
So I missed the name. Don't have a 33 here, but Aubrey. Okay, Aubrey Humphreys. She's number 9, but 33 here tonight. So Aubrey Humphreys is the other one that's checking in. So they get some playing time here tonight in the final minutes.
And you see the clock stopping at the 2-minute mark. Everything's run by the head official in the middle.
So that's Aubrey Bourgeois with the shot on goal and taken by the goalie Craven. So good to see some of these players getting a little bit of action in the final moments. You see number 24 nearly trying to get that. That's Hickenbotham, as you talked about. Now here's Sheets. Nice moves.
Sheets just going to go the length of the.
This is nice.
Sheets says, "I'm going to get a nice little sprint in right here."
She's playing keep away. Now she loses it out. Thought she was going to try to center
it. I think that was a stall.
So I thought she was going to center it to Kravoski there, but could not do it.
Nice job right there.
And so here we go. The final moments of this playoff game. Very impressive win by Santa Maria. Cretini off her shoulder.
Your E-Tail game of the week, soccer playoffs. Looks like we may have that again next week.
Right. we're hoping that we'll get some home games, potential second-round home game for Dutchtown girls. Santa Maria boys could get a second-round home game if they can win this weekend as well. And Dutchtown boys are also going to have a chance at a second-round game. We know that Santa Maria is going to be playing on the road, the girls here. So we know that one will not be the game of the week.
Owens
We
with
have
the breakaway.
Owens as a wide shot, nearly hitting this is the pit sign underneath the
Owens
scoreboard.
She just needed to dribble it maybe once or twice more. You can see right here. Maybe she felt the pressure coming on her and she had to get that thing off.
Right, that was Sheets. I believe Sheets was the one that stole it earlier. That led to that breakaway rebound goal from Tom Play. And so just about done here, and we are done. And
That's the final score.
So,
Santa Maria 5, Barbe 0.
Santa Maria with the win, and they're going to stay here in South Louisiana as they're going to go out towards Slidell and St. Tammany Parish for the second round game against North Shore. And so
Here's
then
your
again,
seniors.
Congratulations to the seniors on maybe their final home game. Amber Merchant.
Still got that smile on your face, Amber.
Camille Sheets, saw her with on defense there a lot tonight. Kayla Murillo, she did a great job as well. Proud of all these girls. Kelsey Bourgeois, she and the other Bourgeois girl, Sadie Bourgeois, did a great job. And then Cretini, she had the goal off of the kick.
Great year. Way to represent the school. Way to represent your family, girl.
Absolutely. So congratulations to the seniors. And, I'd like to thank everybody out here. I'd like to thank Andre and Nolan and all the guys. I'd like to thank Pot and Paddle. I'd like to thank Lyle Boudreau. Everybody, this is a total team effort. And all the work that goes into making us look halfway decent, I'll say. You got to give all these guys all the credit for that.
No doubt about it, Jeff. A lot of fun. Hopefully we're doing the same thing next week on our E-Tail Game of the Week.
And so that's going to finish it here for tonight as Santa Maria with a 5-0 victory over Barbe High School. And so that'll wrap it up. And thanks for watching. And we'll see you possibly with more soccer next week. We'll let you know as soon as we find out. But we'll
little
catch you next
by-district
week.
action.
Absolutely. And so thanks for watching. You have been watching the E-Tail Game of the Week.